Hi, my name's Phil and a warm welcome to Festool TV. Today I'd like to talk to you about the subject of sanding. Sanding can take place in many different situations, such as this oak worktop here. So I could be sanding on a horizontal surface, or I could be sanding a profile as well. But sanding can also take place on vertical surfaces. So with this shaped football here, I have vertical surfaces, but also surfaces are at an angle. And I need a machine which can suit all those different types of applications. And so for those types of applications, we have the perfect solution. This is with the ETS EC sanders. These are available in a 5mm or a 3mm orbit, depending on the type of surface and the material that's going to be sanded. And you can see immediately that the sander has a very low profile. This means that I'm in very close contact with the material that I'm sanding, and I can have complete control over the machine. So whether I'm working on a flat surface or I'm working on a surface with angles on, it means that I can swap hands and I can also carry on sanding quite easily. Because this is a low profile, and that is helped by the fact that we use a brushless motor to power the machine with. This means that we have a very long service life with the machine, but also a lot of power available to turn the pad while we're sanding. While we're sanding, we need to make sure that when the machine is switched off, the pad comes to a rest very, very quickly. And with the ETS sander, I can use a momentary contact switch at the front to turn the machine off. And then by the time I've placed it down, the pad will stop immediately. Therefore, I don't cause any marking to the surface on which I've rested the sander. For some types of applications, we may need to use an interface pad on the machine, and this can also increase the vibration. But with the ETS, we have a system in the machine which will reduce the RPM, and that means that any vibration that is caused is not transferred to your fingers, so you can work healthily with this machine as well. When it comes to the ergonomics, I can swap around from hand to hand quite easily, but I can also reach all of the controls on the machine without having to release my grip on here. So I can reach the switch at the front quite happily, and also I can adjust the speed according to the type of material that I'm going to be working with. When it comes to the subject of dust extraction, I can program the ETS EC sander to work with or without a hose. Obviously, we want to work with a hose. And so I can program the ETS sander to work only when a hose is being connected to the machine. So you can see that for the types of applications, the ETS EC sanders in 5 and 3mm orbit are perfectly suited to any type of work. When it comes to the subject of hoses, we also can use the smooth hose. And with the smooth hose, it means I have an outer cover, and so I can work on a surface over an edge. And it means then that the hose isn't going to get caught or snagged onto the table that we could be sanding from, or the work that we're going to be sanding on. So we can connect the hose onto the back of the sander quite easily. And then with the plug-it lead, it means that this is running down inside of the hose, keeping everything neat and tidy while you're working. And this can just be connected. And now we have an ETS EC sander connected to the smooth hose, and we have the perfect combination of extraction and sander for all types of work. It's also still extremely flexible, so it means that I can work on my horizontal or on my vertical surfaces quite easily. So I hope this has helped your understanding of the ETS EC sander, and in the future presentations we'll be looking at some types of applications for this machine. Thank you for watching.